David Jordan is the private advisor to CEOs, specializing in creating results through strategic innovation. Welcome to this week's segment.
The CEO Innovation Blueprint is identifying to CEOs a number of the challenges that they face in trying to drive innovation in their business. The CEOs are sitting there saying, we're spending a lot of time and money trying to get innovation and we're not getting results. We're not coming up with the ideas. When we do come up with the ideas and implement them, they're not delivering the results. And one of the problems is that in the organization is the mix of personalities. A very good study that came out of the United States was to actually define two personalities in the organizations, and that was the explorer personality and the exploiter personality. And as you can imagine, an explorer personality is a person that steps outside the square. They're a person that's more prepared to take risk. They're the person that's more prepared to ask why. They're the person that's going to look for new ideas, new markets, new opportunities. The exploiter personality, and they're just as important in the organization, this is not a negative, are very focused on exploiting what we already have. So they're saying we've got product A, and we work out how to be as efficient as possible in manufacturing it. We try to get it out the door as quick as possible. We reduce the cost of making it. We maximize the amount of money that we get from the customer. We focus on maximizing the margin, but it's still product A. Now, the hard part is that probably over the last 20 years, the business model has favored the exploiter. We've had 15 years of solid, strong growth before the global financial crisis. We weren't interested in product B, we just were going to make the most out of product A. So when we looked to promote somebody, the exploiter personality was promoted. When we looked to hire people, the exploiter personality was hired because it fitted the business model. That annoying person that kept, instead of doing the job, kept asking why we're doing the job, were discouraged and pushed out. So we find that when you look at a company today, it's dominated by exploiter personalities and doesn't have the explorer personalities. The difficulty is the global financial crisis has caused a right angle turn, which means that we need to think differently about how we deal with the customer. We need to come up with new ideas. We need to protect against digital disruptors. So we need people that think outside the square, who are prepared to take risk, who are prepared to challenge the status quo. And we need explorer personalities, and we don't have them in the organization. So it's very important to start thinking about how can we improve that mix. Do we employ more people that are explorer personalities? Or do we look at what organizations like Apple, who, whilst it's an innovation company, is really full of exploiters? When you look at Siri is not an innovation of Apple. Siri was a product of a company that Apple bought. So they are importing skills by buying other companies. Or do you look at consulting companies and external people that you can bring into the organization on a part-time basis to help to challenge the organization? But if you want to drive innovation, you really need to start looking at the personality mix of your organization.
To get your copy of David Jordan's book, The CEO Innovation Blueprint, go to his website, theceoblueprint.com.au.